This better be right. This better be right. That's good enough. All right. Okay. These cables, they tend to get annoying when I'm on the go with that. And I'm trying to make the on the road portable setup with the MPC. I'm trying to make it a better experience by, just always finding ways of things I can do and how I can do it. So I found this battery pack. I might put the eBay listing on the screen. I found this interesting battery pack that I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna Velcro it right here, so that way it's really close to my thing. So it's close here, and then either here or the side. It's gonna be on one of the sides, just so that it keeps that same form factor, the small size form factor. Yeah. So, but today I'm still getting this set up. Today, what we're gonna do is, by the way, big shout out to Traptendo, my guy. He had commented on my last video that I had put up about beatmaker versus the MPC One when it comes to the software, the Akai software, and he made a very great point. I'm gonna see if I can find it here and read it for you guys. He said, what's up, fam? Didn't want to disagree with you on this one, but I will say this. Both Akai MPC 1 and Beatmaker 3 have two different bass for a reason. I mean, let me kind of respond there too. And he everything he said was, and that's the thing, in this situation, I don't think there's a right or wrong answer, because at the end of the day, these are tools that were created for people to use to create something dope. So I don't think there's a right or wrong answer, but the way we approach it based on who's paying attention is going to differ from person to person. You know what I'm saying? They do have two different bases for, and it makes sense. Akai has already been a staple in the industry. They already have their market set, you're right? All they have to do now is just keep coming out with great content, great, machines that make things easier. But at the end of the day, it's productivity. What gets the job done, what, for me at least, I guess, and that's the thing, I think it's different for everybody. What workflow is the question that you need to ask yourself when you're going out to purchase a software to start out, if you're starting out, because eventually you want to be a jack of slightly all trades. I mean, some people like that term, some people don't. When it comes to producing, it's a good thing if you are a generalist. Let me put it that way. If you are a generalist, I feel like that is a good position to be in, because then you could be in any situation or any environment and be a problem solver. You know what I'm saying? Being able to know. But when you're starting out, I think you just have to answer certain things. What type of producer, what type of beats do you want to produce? Because some softwares are better than others in producing those tracks. They can all do the same thing at the end of the day. Like for example, I use Pro Tools now. I use Presonus Studio One now for majority of my compositions. But it's if I was on Pro Tools, I know how to navigate that as well, for example. So try to learn as many things as you can, and just I kind of went out a tangent talking there, but basically, to answer your question, or to just add to your statement, they have two different fan bases for a reason, but that doesn't take away from the fact of what I was saying, and the fact that it's easier. I think it's easier to pick up the iPad and just turn on Beatmaker and start making beats if you're trying to utilize plugins. And there's a lot of, it's different. That's what I'm trying to say. It's a whole different infrastructure. One uses VSTs and can sample and do all this extra stuff the other one can't really do it in the same manner. Imagine if our REFX came out with a iPad version of Nexus, for example. That would be crazy. You can't do that right now on the MPC. Mind you, there are workarounds. Yeah, you can definitely do the thing where, the key group thing, okay? You could, the multi-sample thing. So that's pretty dope. You could do stuff like that. You take it, go somewhere, or bring in any keyboard. You could go to guitar. What I plan on doing, I was gonna be doing a series where I go to Guitar Center and I kind of sample whatever instruments they have there and make. But that stuff like that is dope to me because you can now create your own samples from pretty much anything. You know what I'm saying? Almost anything. That feature is really dope. But in my opinion, again, that's something that Beatmaker does so easily. The process of doing it here it's just a little bit of extra steps to do certain things. But it is what it is. It's not that it's good or bad. That's just the way the program is set up. So all I was saying is I think the software needs a little bit. The software needs to be set up in a way where things you can navigate through the screen and the options a little bit easier. But this was my mindset before today. Okay, but now after I've been messing with this a lot more, giving it time, not giving up on just really trying to master this thing. And I must say that once you actually get the hang of this, navigating through it, it's a wrap. Because making beats is nothing. That's not the problem. You can if you know how to make beats, you can pick up anything and pretty much get going. So it's really about understanding what you want to do. And then from there, you'll be able to make the proper decision. It might make sense to start out with something like the MPC Live. I mean, when you think about an all-in-one standalone production station that is easy to see visually what you're doing while giving you the ability to do all the things, the boards, while giving you the physical aspect of the of the equation. You golden, bro. Like, that's really all you need. And he goes on to say, I'm definitely not a fan of Beatmaker for 3 reasons. First reason, the chord progression aren't circular. I'm not 100% sure what he meant by that, but in all honesty, when it comes to creating music, I guess for me, I try not to be too technical. A lot of people are very technical, and which is fine. There's nothing wrong with that. But I try not to be too technical because, especially when you have things like that. I'm grateful that they because their chord selection it may not be circular. Again, I'm not really sure, fam, what that means, but very good amount. And with what they gave, and with what's there, you can really create some amazing stuff. Like, I have made some beats that are so dope on that app and so fast that honestly, I was addicted to making. I didn't even leave the crib without it. You know what I'm saying? But it's all personal preference. I don't know how to feel about that. But at least they give you something. Yeah, it may not be circular, but at least you have a decent amount to be able to pull ideas fast without having to waste time. I think that deserves credit. First reason, the chord progressions by nature are mathematically calculated. Exactly. For whatever reason, the programmers chose to add semitones in there. I mean, I think it's to give you extra options so that way you can, if you're sample-based producer and you're doing tunings. You also said the third reason is something you pointed out, and that was the touchscreen. Though the iPad touchscreen is a billion times better gesture-wise, I don't want to touch the screen to make a beat. I feel you. I completely understand that. Not to mention no velocity control. There is velocity control, you just can't do it live while recording, obviously, because you're touching a screen. The screen does not have the ability. It's not like the... It's the screen, so that makes sense. I understand that for sure. Which will drive what you're driving to buy a MIDI controller. When it's all said and done, you could have bought an MPC after buying an iPad for $300 to $800, an audio interface for $100 to $200, plugins $5 to $50 each. The difficulty of use is user-based, and like with all machines, DAWs, etc., there will be a learning curve. I don't think one's any more difficult than Beatmaker. I honestly think you prefer it, and that's fine. Yeah, well, I respect your opinion, man. That was a great read. I thought he pointed out some good things to consider, but at the same time, I think what I had to say is a little bit true, because not even a little bit, a lot true, because it's just, things are getting fast. The way with how fast everything is progressing, I think if Akai just gave people a visual sequence section, I feel like that would make, at least for me, it would make things easier for me. Let me just speak for myself, because I don't know how you guys feel about it. Drop in the comments down below if you enjoyed the video. This is just a Akai MPC software discussion, or whatever the case may be. Yeah, man, let me know what you guys think. What programs are you guys making beats with? What software are you using? What is currently your favorite software? Drop it in the comments, let me know. I'm always looking to try out new things, because new interfaces, new stuff like that, they kind of spark a brand new idea and into your brain and stuff like that. So, but without further ado, I'm gonna cut this video here. I'm gonna go ahead and start the next video that I was gonna do, which is basically going to be me, trying to see if a USB adapter and all that stuff will work with this MPC, because I saw someone complaining about how they can't use. Just click on the next video, and I'll fill you guys in on the topic of what I am talking about. All right, thank you for watching, man. I'm gonna see y'all soon. Stay safe. Peace.